We are live.
So, 1 hour after the lunch break ended,
Pretty much actually.
yeah,
Yeah.
Australia have made 469. Alex Carey with some crucial runs. As I had mentioned, he chips in with this 45, 48
Quick
runs.
fire, always.
Quick fire, but he always never gets to a 50. I remember Hobart match also against England, Ashes. He made a super 48, but then threw his wicket by chasing a wide delivery. Here, attempted a reverse sweep of Jadeja, just didn't work. And so, Mohammad Siraj ending with 4 wickets, 4 for 108. 19th test match, he's already taken 50 wickets.
Yeah.
So kudos to Mohammad Siraj for a magnificent performance with the ball. 4 wickets combined with Shami, who looked a bit ineffective today. And yeah, it was an all-round show. 2 wickets for 122. Mohammad Shami 4.2. That will hurt. 4 for 108. Siraj, but he looked the best of the bowlers. Shardul Thakur 2 for 83. Got the key wicket of Steve Smith today.
Yes.
And 1 wicket for Ravindra Jadeja. The key wicket of Alex Carey, though,
Yeah.
made a difference of 20 runs.
Yeah, because if Carey had to keep batting that way, he could have easily gotten to 60, 70, 80.
Yes. But then Alex Carey's 48 made a lot more difference than Jadeja's wicket of Alex Carey, because those 48 runs pushed Australia past the 450 run
Yes.
mark, and that's going to be very, very difficult for India to get a lead from that. And even if they do,
It may take up a lot of time.
100 is the maximum they can manage, and which will be very, I'd say the odds are still in favor of Australia.
Okay, when the session began, how many runs were Australia on?
420.
422, right?
When
Session.
or day?
When the session
Okay,
began,
yeah.
after the post-lunch session. So in 1 hour, you scored about 47 runs.
That's not bad. Considering if they had to continue that scoring rate, they would have got 80 odd
Yes.
runs, which means they would have been past the 500 run mark.
Yeah, and the strike rate went up largely.
Pretty much. 5.7, I remember, was the session run rate at that point.
That's actually a lot.
That's a lot.
And if you're looking at it, I think the heavy rollers not been employed. I think it's not been employed by the batting side.
But the
I think-
roller comes into play after every session, does it?
Yeah, after
Okay.
the
Whenever
session.
they want.
No, after the end of every session, they will want to know. Start of the day, definitely.
Yeah.
Yes.
yeah.
And maybe when innings change is about to happen. At
so
that
now-
time, yeah. So heavy roller will mean for a couple of hours it will be flat, but then it will break up quicker.
Exactly. That's the problem with the heavy roller.
Yes, and already the likes of Dinesh Karthik and Ricky Ponting have stated that there are a lot of cracks underneath the surface. And you saw the uneven bounce.
Yes.
Now, after this, looking at how the Indian batting is, how they have performed, we will have a true assessment of the pitch.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
All the stock has now been there. Oh, maybe you're seeing that maybe the Indian batting will step up. Rohit Sharma, remember, he's got 100. His only overseas 100, by the way. Yeah.
In
Oval.
Yeah.
Shubman Gill, then comes
Cheteshwar Pujara.
Pujara, Kohli.
and then Virat Kohli.
I think you're very reliant on your top 4 for big runs.
you are.
5. Even Rahane.
But Rahane again making a comeback after so many months.
But against Australia, where he's always done well.
Always done well.
Against yeah.
But then all said and done, I think from what position we were at yesterday, and then the kind of comeback and the kind of effort that the Indian bowlers put in today, they deserve a little bit of credit. Even though I don't know how effective it was, since we've already gone past the 450 run mark. But
That's
still,
right.
kudos to them.
327 for 3, 142 for 7.
Yes.
If you look at that, yes, it's a big comeback.
Yes.
But because you already conceded
300
327 on day
That
1,
sets us back.
that sets you back in a big way. And
I think it would have been a lot better if, for instance, you had you'd kept them either under 400 or just over 4.
Yeah.
Right now, though, this is unfortunately a case of you let them get to 470 pretty much.
Yep.
So yeah, what to say? It's good in a way, but also it's bittersweet. The entire advantage that you have.
Yep, so just ensuring at this point that some
That
technical issues are sorted.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Being
And is
sorted.
Nikhil joining us, Anurag? He'll be joining us. So we're waiting for Nikhil to join us from the Oval. So yes, I think it is a good redemption for the Indian bowlers, but 469. And remember, Australia, when they played in 2013, they made 477 they had made, in fact.
Yes.
And once I think England made 486 in a match here in 2014. So in a flat wicket kind of a way, this kind of lives up to that oval tradition where, okay.
No, carry on talking.
No,
It's
carry
okay.
on.
So it's very important to note that this wicket, as Ricky Ponting pointed out, it will break up a lot more. This wicket is going to break up a lot more, and which is why the early onslaught that Travis Head and Steve Smith had, this is not going to be a typical oval wicket where batting becomes easier on day 3 and 4.
Yeah, I think it will become tougher.
It will be day 1 and 2 where the best conditions to bat, day 3 and 4 might be difficult.
Yeah. And look at the way I'm just looking at the scorecard and wondering, after, Cameron Green's wicket fell, Alex Carey came in, and Pat Cummins and Alex were batting, right?
Yeah.
After that, not Mitchell.
The Stark got run out earlier.
Okay, but still, I'm looking at the scorecard and I'm thinking Stark, Lyon, and Boland. Not Boland, okay. Stark, Lyon, Pat Cummins, and okay, that's it. The three tail-enders came in, and they've played collectively, I think, almost 75 balls.
Actually,
that's a good job.
Yeah, they have played a total of 80 balls, 79.
Yeah.
That's
So
a lot.
that's a good job. They're tired. They really tired out the Indian bowlers there, and that's
Frustrated
what,
them.
Yeah, that's what Test cricket is for. You got to take the batting as long as you can, and they did a very good job. Even though they didn't contribute much with the runs,
Yep.
they came in clutch. They really did.
Yeah.
See, look at the partnership. There was a 51-run partnership between Carey and Cummins.
Yeah, correct.
And Carey was the one who did the bulk of the scoring.
Exactly, because Cummins only got 9 runs. No boundaries.
No boundaries. So it'll be interesting to see whether it'll be Cummins and Stark opening the bowling, or you're going to see Stark and Boland open the bowling.
Why is Green?
I think this is just warm-ups.
Green's warming up. No,
They showed Boland also warming up before.
So both of them, it could be.
See, maybe you'll want a left hand, right hand.
Yeah,
Right.
for sure.
So Stark and Boland.
It could be.
Cummins normally hasn't done much with the new ball. He's kind of a first change, because remember, it'll be Hazelwood and Stark.
Right.
Now, either you'll have Boland and Stark. Cummins first change.
Yeah.
Then second change would be Green.
Correct.
And Lyon, if you need runs to dry up at one end, you will want Nathan Lyon.
Or once the ball starts losing a little bit of shine, which will take some time.
It will take some time. So, Australia will have to really bowl well now. Remember, all these bowlers, barring Cameron Green, they have not played any kind of cricket for 3 months.
Yeah.
Stark played in March. Boland played in February. Cummins also played in February.
Yeah.
He didn't play in March because he couldn't come back for the ODI series.
Correct.
Did they not have any practice matches or something?
Nothing. They've been having just practice.
Okay.
Yes, they have only practiced in kind of match simulations in London amongst themselves. So it's going to be tough. Now we will see whether the break has helped their rhythm or it has not given them the rhythm.
It's a make or break.
It's a make or break situation indeed. Because even Nathan Lyon, in fact, Lyon bowled I think about close to 200 overs if I'm not mistaken.
During the
in
BGT.
that 4 test series.
Would have bowled somewhere around that much.
Yeah, 4 matches. It's been 3 months for even him too.
Yeah.
The only one really who's been bowling is arguably the one bowler who they'll rely on the least for breakthroughs. Green.
But even in the IPL, did he
didn't
bowl
bowl
consistently?
No, he was bowling 1 or 2 overs
Yeah.
every match.
Yeah, he had much more of an impact with
enough.
the
Good enough.
Bat. Yeah.
Right.
Yes, so we are all gearing up. In the next 5 minutes, we should see Rohit Sharma and Shubman Gill open the batting.
Yes.
But remember, let's have a look at the contributions of the left-handers, okay? 163 plus 48 plus 5 plus 43. 163 plus 48 is 211, plus 43 is 254, and 5, 259. 259 out of the 469 have come from left-handers.
Wow.
And you had someone on the bench who could trouble left-handers.
Yes. And in this entire batting lineup, you have only one left-hander.
Yeah.
That's Ravindra Jadeja.
Yeah.
So I think we'll be playing a floater role, by the way, because they'll want to disrupt the momentum. So it's quite possible you might see him at 5. Quite possible.
Yeah, number
5.
5.
Quite
Okay.
possible.
Yeah,
But-
or 6 at max.
At max.
Because Rahane, then you won't demote him to 6 or 7.
I mean, I know, but I'm just saying if they have to be adventurous, they might just. I'm not saying it's the right decision. I'm just saying they might.
They
With
might.
Jadeja, I think one of the factors that came in clutch when, his entry into the squad was his batting.
Yeah.
Yes.
Of course, and in Test he's been doing really well, and I think he plays sort of like an Alex Carey type of role. Comes in, hits those 50s, 60s,
Yeah.
which are important by the way. But today we need him to go to
He
100.
can do a Travis Head also.
Exactly. He
Yeah.
can actually play
He
that kind of a
can,
role.
He
Exactly.
can. And yes, it will be Mitchell Aaron Stark.
Has to
opening.
be.
Boss.
And at the other end, mostly you're going to see Boland.
Yeah.
Boland.
Of course, they'd want a left-hander starting against Rohit too.
Oh, yes. But remember, Shubman Gill, he has never been flustered by Mitchell Stark. In fact, in that Gaba heist that happened,
Yeah, he was tackling Stark pretty comfortably.
pretty comfortably.
Yes.
But remember, in that Gaba match, the Aussie bowlers were really tired and fatigued. They had played the entire summer unchanged. And they were encountered with the worst of the conditions in Sydney, where it was an absolute road.
It was. Yeah.
And 42 overs, Hanuma Vihari and Ravichandran
Ravi
Ashwin
Ashwin,
ensured that India wouldn't go 2-1 down.
Yeah.
But when they came to Brisbane, they were all undercooked, fatigued, out of fuel. Now here, let's see how Mitchell Stark can rev it up after 3 months of being rather inactive. And you see that action of his, because he had a very high arm action when
Yeah.
he started,
Didn't he? After
because of
the
stress
injury.
fractures
Yes.
on his back, plus ankle issues also.
Which reminds me and brings me back to the point we were having yesterday and today as well about the lower
Release
point
points,
of
yeah.
the Indian bowlers. I don't think they're doing it intentionally though. It's just their action and what they do. And they showed a comparison of Shami, Siraj and Shardul, I believe, with
Umesh. It was Umesh. Yeah.
with
Bumrah.
Jasprit
Jasprit
Bumrah.
Bumrah, yep.
And I'd just like to say one thing. It's very telling why one of those had a stress fracture and the others don't.
Yeah, because
when you see Bumrah, he doesn't bend his lower landing foot at all, which is very dangerous.
Yes, it is.
In fact, that same screen grab you're referring
Yeah.
to, I saw his elbow, the bowling arm elbow, and I'm like, hold on, that looks like it's taking a lot of load.
Yep.
And
Especially his back. Especially.
elbow, the way it was kind of flexing, it was almost.
There's a lot of bounce.
I'm telling you, these are the guys who can extract the bounce from this
like their
wicket.
bats.
And it's 87 miles per hour.
87 miles per hour first ball, and he's already been told, mate, it's one for the over.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yes.
Oh man, these guys.
And
Just
it's
looking
Rohit on
at-
strike. Okay.
That's Rohit on strike.
Rohit on strike. 3 slips and a gully in place for Stark. And remember, if he can get that swing back in,
He's lethal.
ooh, God bless the batsman.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because at 90 miles per hour,
swing
in. Oh, boy.
That's dangerous.
Controlled swing, that too.
Absolutely.
that he can generate.
Yes.
That's a
No.
shot.
Bad idea.
Beautiful.
You can't be doing that. Don't bowl short balls to Rohit Sharma.
Yep.
What are you doing?
It's the basics of bowling to Rohit Sharma. Is
Yes.
You know for a
Never
fact he loves
bowl
pulling and
a
hooking.
shot.
But remember, where in the test matches, he was often caught pulling at fine leg.
Oh yeah, I remember.
There was a period when he was caught,
those leading edges.
not leading edge, it was just a top edge, or it just used to fly straight to the fielder, positioned there.
A good
That was
shot.
a beautiful shot.
Yep. I don't think Nikhil is joining us, isn't it? I think there's a big issue at his end. So, yep. There is an issue there. So, let's see. We'll be back in the next 47 minutes then for the
Yes.
tea interval.
Ooh, that's what you were referring to.
Yep.
Little bit of swing, but not full enough.
Hint. Yeah.
Not full enough. Because you would want Rohit to kind of get behind the line, this kind of delivery just on a good length, he can defend it. But if it is full
Then he gets a little caught.
and somewhere around middle and off and it comes back in, he's gone.
Yeah, then it's either pads or stump.
Stump. That's the thing. So, crucial 47 minutes for the Indian team because you have tea coming up at 7:40. If they
Yes.
get through this session unscathed, then I think you have laid yourself a very good platform.
Absolutely.
Yep, so we'll be back for the tea session then Join us for all the updates and let's hope India can. Ooh, that's the swing I'm talking
That's
about.
what he's getting.
Rattle the bat.
Yep. So he's generating serious heat at 87 miles per hour.
Yeah.
And I think none of our Indian bowlers clocked 89, 90.
No, 89, 90, no one was touching.
I think Siraj or Umesh did in 1 or 2 balls.
Umesh was touching 140 towards the latter part, but that's it.
Shami, I think, touched 89 or Siraj. One of them touched 89. I'm sure about it. So, yep, 50 matches for Rohit. Yeah, as Cummins and Rohit, same 50 matches.
Test. Yeah.
Yeah, both are captaining for the first time in an ICC final. Let's see how it goes. And okay, easily done. It was 2 straight. That's the problem with Stark. Because of that action which is modified, he leaks runs. He can't control the swing now. So.
Yeah, previously his that high arm action made him much tougher to predict.
But he's become a white ball beast because of that. Look at the ODI series that happened.
Yeah.
2-1, and that Vizag ODI in particular was. It wasn't even an ODI, it was a T20.
Was that the one where Travis Head went crazy up top?
And Mitchell
Marsh. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, I think they were all out for 137 India.
Yeah.
They chased it down in 11 overs.
Yeah, that was a crazy.
Crazy game.
Didn't feel like an ODI, truth be told. Just did not.
It did not. So, that's
It's getting good lengths.
Getting good lengths, all in the high 80s for Mitchell Stark. So, join us for a tea break in 45 minutes. We'll be back for all the analysis then. Until then, keep tuning into Sports Today for all the latest news.